a little bit. What's up, people? Baby is what? I'm not gonna be long on this live stream. I'm just asking you guys a quick question. We want to know some things, so we're gonna ask the question today. To working on my heart is: did Bambaataa ever get confronted by Hassan Campbell? So we want to know. What up, Leonard? We want to know: did Africa Bambaataa ever have to answer questions about what he did and why? So basically, what I want to know is: Hassan Campbell ever asked, "Why are you doing this to me?" Has he ever said, "Yo, stop, I don't like this shit, my nigga. Why are you doing this to me?" That's the question that we have today. And the question goes deeper just than why. We want to know what his response was, Hassan Campbell. Like, and shout outs to the other dude. I forgot his name. You're going to know it soon if you don't already. The brother's videos are fucking hilarious. He's definitely getting a Shame TV YouTuber of the week over here for his dismantling of Poofy Campbell. But what I want to know, in all honesty, guys, what we want to know is: has Hassan Campbell ever once asked Africa Bambaataa why he was doing this to him? Has he ever said, "Stop, I don't like this, bro. Could you not do this?" And what did Bambaataa say? What was that response? Because it's apparent now that, hold on, let me mute this for a second, y'all, so I can answer this call. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. All right. So, Thide Life, yes. Them fucking videos are hilarious. Like, that nigga, he really totally grabs the Hassan Campbell experience. You know what I mean? So, what I want to know, though, getting to the meat of it, you know what I'm saying? I want to be able to fucking draw while I'm doing this. I'm not going to be able to. Anyway, get into the meat of this shit, yo. Hassan Campbell, we want to know: have you ever asked Africa Bambaataa why he was doing this to you? Because, like I said, the audio I'm going to upload tonight, tomorrow morning, the last part of the series, the third part, the interview that I did, and it's pre-recorded, so we'll just talk about it as I play the recording, the interview, whatever. And it's like you saying this. Hold on. You're saying shit like you're gonna fucking be the face of pedophilia. You're running around, already get caught talking shit to people in stores. It's like the whole thing is sickening, man. So it's like I'm glad the brother came out and did the videos that he's doing. They're hilarious. I'm going to give him YouTuber of the week from over here. and I'm gonna obviously put the links to the videos in the description so y'all can shout out to that nigga and do his thing. This shit is getting it's finally worked through, Leonard, where I can actually put the I'm done now, man. Like all I'm doing now is redrawing everything the way it's gonna be when I print it off or have it printed. Um, just as a side note, that's what I've been working on. Like long time ago, I sketched the whole comic book. You know what I'm saying? I quickly sketched the comic book, in all the words. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm just going through the same scenes. You know what I'm saying? I'm just all I'm doing is making them finish ready. You know what I'm saying? Like this one right here. This is what I first initially sketched. You know what I'm saying? As the scene, boom, boom, boom. This is how it's gonna be. Yada yada yada. Have colored most of them to get an idea of what I'm looking at, and then I work on it. That's how it's gonna finished gonna be. You know what I'm saying? When it get ready to get printed, and it's going to be uploaded and it's going to be printed for, of course, for purchase. So we're gonna be good. But yeah, man. Like, what up, Red Tulsa? I hope you can hear now. We just sick of this fucking clown ass nigga, man. I'm just really sick of him, man. And it's like, I want to know, I want to ask you real questions, dog. I want to ask you real questions that people, the only person that ever really asked was conscious speculation. You know what I'm saying? Like Israel Doctrine, he was just doing that shit for shits and giggles. You know what I'm saying? And later on tonight, there will be a live stream. I'm announcing that now. There will be a live stream tonight. We will be interviewing Disrael Cochran. Dizzy Cochran is going to come on Shame TV tonight, and he's going to speak to what's going on with this whole stalking case, and this basically his fall from grace from YouTube. So we're going to talk about it tonight. He's going to explain in depth what's been going on with him, the charges, et cetera, et cetera. How he's planning on fighting these charges, etc. So we got a lot to talk about on that front. But Hassan Campbell, I'm just doing this this video real quick, man, just to say, yo, you's a fucking clown, man. We don't believe you. I'm gonna need to know, have you ever asked Africa Bambaataa to stop? And if you asked him to stop, what did he say? And then what did you say after that? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, you can't tell me, nigga, this shit just kept going on and you never said anything. And nobody's buying that bullshit about, I was molested before. You see, I was molested before. So, like, I was already accustomed to that shit. You know what I mean? Like, nah, nigga, ain't nobody buying that bullshit. Like, nobody's buying that shit. Like, like I said, when y'all hear the actual words of someone who actually went through that, and how this person talked about when they got old enough, how they was fighting this person, or if they wouldn't even, like, literally fist fighting this person. You know what I'm saying? How they was handling the situation. Like, nah, nigga, the way you talk, the way they talk about it, and that's why they was like, when she heard him, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was asking me, like, who is that person? You know what I'm saying? And I started explaining to her, like, yo, YouTube, there's this dude, da 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 da, yada yada yada, whatever. And so that's how, I ended up getting the interview with her, and her actually coming forth wanting to talk about it, not really on camera like that. And I was like, respect, you know what I'm saying? Like, I respect that, but I still rather something. I still rather the people at least hear your words. You know what I'm saying? They hear your voice. They hear you tell how someone was doing something to you that they shouldn't have been doing to you, and that you actually fought through that shit. You was actually fist fighting these people. You would not be alone with these people. You refuse to be alone with these people, let alone willingly and wanting to go over there. It's one thing, my nigga, if you was being dropped off over there because your mother was making this person watch you. Okay, that's one thing. But that is not at all the case, dog. Like, you was willingly going over there. So if you're willingly going over there, I have to, as a sane adult, say that you don't see that much of a problem with it. Like, I remember her talking about how she used to cry when it was time for her to go around this person. You know what I'm saying? Like literally cry. It was time for her to go around this person. So I'm like, nigga, that shows me somebody who don't want to be fucking touched by this person. That showed me somebody who don't give a fuck whether this person is rich or poor, whatever the fuck. I don't want to be engaged with this person because I already know what they're gonna do. They're an animal. They're gonna act like an animal. They're gonna do animalistic things. As far as in the bedroom, like you said about that nigga. That mean I said, man, Hassan Campbell, man, you're a fucking homosexual. And before I get off YouTube, the world's gonna know that shit. The world's gonna know that you were not a molestation victim. The world is gonna know that you were a molestation victim. Let me not say that because that would be inaccurate. If the stories that you stated about what happened prior to Africa Bambaataa are accurate or correct. But I'm talking about this whole stance on pedophilia and you being against it. Nah, man, you have no cares whatsoever, dog. You're a homosexual and you're butthurt. What up, Prince? My fucking day one G. The fuck? So it's like you with it, man. You're gay. And I'm gonna let the world know that you are homosexual and or bisexual. You are not going to run around the people that you offended who are real victims, who have really been touched by people in ways that they shouldn't have been. And actually, when they got older, they were literally fighting these people. When it was time for them to go around these people were crying, didn't want to go around them and being taken around them, taken to the vicinity where these things can happen. Whereas you, nigga, you're fucking openly going over this nigga's house. You're running away from right direction and correction that your mother's actually giving you. Like, your mother's actually giving you proper correction and right direction, nigga. You're running from that shit. You're running from that shit so that you could fucking run the streets and be hang with a homosexual that as soon as you hit the house, he's gonna fucking do crazy shit like make you take your clothes off and have other grown men give you head and all that. What the fuck, nigga? Like, yo, who the fuck goes over there? Like, that's what I said, yo, you're lying, dog. You're homosexual and or at minimum bisexual. So if you still have children and you still sleep with that woman, whoever's your chick, you know what I'm saying? You know, no respect to her, you know what I mean? Not talking about her in no way, but I'm just saying, just whoever she is, dog, like, yo, you sleep with her and you sleep with dudes. Like, I'm gonna play dude's video, man. The dude was telling, he was showing, it was like the nigga be posing. It's like you posing. I heard one time, and it's on one of, I don't, is it on Shane TV? I think I'm gonna go on my video log and see if I still have it. One day I heard this nigga, right? This nigga was like, he was sitting in the car doing a live stream, and he was saying how people be keying his car. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, his car was getting keyed up. Now, mind you, dog, this nigga, I'm listening to this audio because somebody's playing the audio, so I'm listening to the fucking audio nigga talking. And the nigga saying how his car is getting keyed up. He's talking to his people in his own chat. Now the motherfuckers in his own chat, dog, is saying to this nigga, yo, that sound like something that a female would do because that don't sound like something men would do. So obviously that's what people in his chat, his own chat is telling him. All right. And this is what this nigga says. This nigga said, nah, it ain't no females. Just like this. You gotta listen to the way I'm saying this shit, y'all. Like for real, nigga. So this is how he did it. Nah, it ain't no, and it ain't none of these females that's keying my car. It's these dudes. Just straight like that. And then continued on talking. Like, yo, I got that shit on my page somewhere. On dogs, nigga. Like that nigga said that shit. That nigga said that shit just like how I said it. Like a punk. Like he was gay or some shit. Or at minimum, nigga, Metro or something. Like, but that nigga, as far as I'm concerned, yo, Hassan Campbell's gay. And as far as the black community goes, y'all know how we go with that shit. We don't know what bisexual means. I guess we just say it for political correctness, but as far as we're concerned, when you gay, nigga, you gay. Like, I don't care if you sleep with women or not. If you play booty hole with a nigga, yo, you're fucking with a man, you're gay. If you let another man put his mouth on your penis, you're a faggot. End of story. Like, it ain't even no big deal, nigga. Like, it's tons of homos out here. No, not yet. It's tons of homo. Wait till I'm done. I'm almost done. It's tons of homos out here, nigga. Like, it's tons of fucking gay people in the world. So I don't know why the nigga be acting all weird about being a punk. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you gay. The fuck out of here. Like, stop telling people that Bambataa molested you, man, when you was willingly going to this nigga house, dogs. You was going to that nigga house because that nigga had money and you was slaughtering yourself out. Hey, yo, where's my lighter? Yo, this nigga Hassan Campbell is a slore. A fucking slut. Hey, yo, Hassan Campbell is a fucking slore, G. Like, this nigga was no, not yet. Like I told your brother, wait till I'm done. I'm almost done. Like, yo, this nigga is straight on, just was straight slut whoring himself out, dog. That's all you are to me, man. That's all you are, bro. That's all the fuck you are. Like, if you look at the whole situation in totality, now listen to me, yo. In totality, you look at everything that's been going on with this nigga and everything that he said. And before I say another word, I want everybody to realize that everything I say about Hassan Campbell comes directly from Hassan Campbell. I am not sit back and create the things that he said or supposedly said or none of that shit, dog, because what he says, for real, my nigga, is funny enough. I don't need to fucking make up nothing like this nigga saying. The shit he's saying is funny enough. This man got asked a question, like he loves to talk, except when he gets hit with real questions. Like when he's hit with the question of, would you fucking have continued to go to Africa Bambata's house if he didn't have money to give you? If he didn't have, like basically, if he didn't have bread, would you still be going to that nigga house? No, you wouldn't have been going over there because you said, not me, not nobody else, you said you went over there because that nigga had access to things you didn't have, celebrity, money, that all of that cachet, you know what I'm saying, that type of status, and you were attracted to it. You got to meet your heroes. So to let this nigga bring every time you go over this nigga's house, just so you could meet LL Cool J, you was letting random old men give you head. Yo, you're willingly doing that shit. And at 12, fuck that bullshit. And I'm the type of person, dog, where I don't like mincing words with the bullshit, meaning, oh, he's 12. So that means, nigga, at 12 years, listen, man, fuck 12 years old. Let's talk real right now in this chat, yo. Let's talk real. Let me say, at 8 years old, 8 and 9 years old, especially 10, we ain't even saying 12. At 10 years old, some of y'all know we was fully responsible for our little brother or sister. Fully responsible for the house door getting locked on our way to school. Somebody was coming out, locking the door, making sure that your little brother or little sister got to school, into class, and then you got your ass to school. So at 10 and 11, nigga, y'all know damn fucking well we was living like that. Especially if you lived in the city because your parents had to be to work early, nigga. So don't give me that bullshit about somebody being 12 and 13 and they don't know any better. Nigga, my fucking son ain't, one of my youngest sons is not 13 years old, nigga. He know it's wrong, nigga, if somebody trying to fuck him. The fuck is wrong with you, man? Like, that nigga knows damn well, nigga, that ain't no man supposed to be trying to fuck him. So, like, nigga, if some grown man trying to look at his dick and play with his balls, nigga, he knows motherfucking well that that's wrong, yo. And about everything that this nigga Hassan Campbell said about his mother and how the fuck she was trying to raise him, she obviously had that conversation because I don't know how many motherfucking black women who don't have that conversation with their kids, especially their kids, about that pedophilia shit. I don't know how many fucking black women who do not have conversations with their sons and daughters about that pedophilia bullshit. It doesn't happen. They always talk about that shit. Anybody touch you, he ain't supposed to touch you. You better come tell me. Like, stop that bullshit, nigga. Nobody trying to hear that shit, yo. Nobody trying to hear that. So it's like all this shit about you a victim, man. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Hassan Campbell was a willing participant after the first time. He may have molested you and took you off guard the first time, but why did your ass keep coming back? Exactly. Why did you keep coming back? You decided to continue to bring your funky ass over there so that this dude could fucking put his so he could give you head, dog. Like, that's what you decided to let him do so you could meet Bambataa, or meet LL Cool J and meet other celebrities. And then let's cut the bullshit, man. Like, talk real, nigga. We already talked about it before, how, nigga, we already know that you was just working for Zulu Nation. How the fuck was you working for Zulu Nation and then turn around, you got a whole podcast going against Zulu Nation calling them pedophiles? Like, my nigga, you was just working for these niggas. You're on camera working for these niggas. This is not, I'm not talking about in 2005 or 2002, nigga. No, I'm talking like 5 years ago. Exactly. Like, you're right there working for Zulu Nation, nigga. What are you talking about? The shit that you said that Bambataa did was mad years ago. So if that's the case, nigga, how the fuck is you there still working with this nigga, man? How is you working with him still? But you're on a live stream talking about off with his head. He's against kids. He's a pedophile. He's this, that, and the third. Man, you're a slore. Hassan Campbell is a fucking slore, man. You're a slut whore. If you was a fucking chick, that's what niggas would call you, a slut whore. You're one of those type of chicks who run around and fuck different dudes for money. It's status. And the thing about Bambataa, you was so young, you was like a young chick that he broke in. You know what I'm saying? So being that, you know how it is with young girls who meet older dudes, and especially an older nigga that got some paper, like an older man who has a little bit of paper, a little bit of money in his pocket. I don't give a fuck what community he's from. Black community, white community, Mexican community, nigga, and he meet a young girl and she like him, man, he got her for life, man. He got her for life. Y'all know that's the case. Throughout, no matter what he do, how he treat her, she'll still love that fucking dude forever. So that's how I view Hassan Campbell, nigga. You a fucking slut whore who actually fell in love with the nigga who started fucking you when he was young. And now you trying to act like you a whole man. You're not a whole man. Your whole everything, why you even on YouTube, dog, is the fact that you talking about pedophilia. If you go to this nigga's page, ain't nothing about pedophilia there on the page. It's not no rallies that this nigga's holding, no gatherings that he's trying to put together where we gonna bring awareness to pedophilia in the black community. None of that bullshit. Go ahead, bro. What? You got it. None of that, like, none of that shit, dog. You're not doing any of that. If you go to his page, you'll see this shit. You don't have to take my word for it. I don't want you to take my fucking word for it. I want you to go to his page and see this shit for your fucking self. He doesn't talk about pedophilia, man. That nigga don't give a fuck about no motherfucking pedophilia, man. Stop that shit. Bambataa crossed him and he got angry and he was like, you ain't gonna, he was just like one of them bitter chicks. He like, you ain't gonna cross me. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I'm gonna do. And what do bitter chicks do when somebody do something and they whatever. When they do break up with them and they mad, they go key up the car, go expose them. Yeah, that's why you was such and such, and you was sleeping with my cousin too, or talking about whatever the fuck, trying to throw the nigga under the bus. Like, that's the bullshit that he did. Because you was a bitter lover. You try to throw Bambataa under the bus. And the same thing what happens with a bitter lover. When they find out that they really probably went too far, What happened? They go back out and try to clear the name of their love. Like I was like, and you caught him right on the side of his page. You know, I'm calling him like, stop. Like, we gotta clear Bam name. You know what I'm saying? Bam, like Bam, we gotta clear Bam name. We gotta clear his name. So I'm like, nigga, like, how the fuck could those words come out your mouth? The fact that this nigga did what he said you said he did to you, nothing but disdain, nigga, should come out your mouth when it comes to Bambaataa. There should be no love. It should be no. You should have some sort of admiration. I guess I don't know. I can't even agree to that because I'm like I'm trying to figure out attachment. Saying I can see how you would feel sorry for him in a way for as far as attachment, but y'all's situation was he wanted fun. Like all you little niggas knew that shit. Like all the dudes that hung around Hassan Campbell, y'all gotta listen to what he says. All the dudes that was around, he said we all didn't want to go be the last one stuck with Bam. Or if we was getting on the elevator or whatever, we didn't want to be the last one or the only one up there because then Bam would try to turn animal or you basically try to blow you right there. Like, man, you niggas is gay, G. Like, that's it. You gay, G. End of fucking story, man. You fucking gay. I don't want to hear nothing else about it. That's it. He's a slore. He's a fucking slore who got replaced. A slore who fell in love with the nigga who was fucking her and then got replaced. And that nigga got dumb mad. He was mad hurt. It's from Bronx River, son. He was mad hurt. That nigga was mad fucking hurt. And that nigga did what any woman does when she's mad. She exposes her man. And then, like any other woman does, she goes and takes it back after she feels like she went too far. Like he did. That's why right now, he knows exactly where Bambaataa is. Hassan Campbell, if you know exactly where Africa Bambaataa is, where he lives right now, okay? You know right where this nigga lives right now. Tell me why, if you such a big YouTuber, okay? You a big ass YouTuber, all right? You so big of a YouTuber, you want, what up? You so much of a big ass YouTuber that you want free shit, okay? Who the fuck goes to McDonald's and want a spicy chicken, spicy hot tamale? Yo, that nigga's a fucking slut whore, man. A fucking slore. But yo, you such a big YouTuber. Why don't you take your following and go have a rally outside Bambaataa's house? You know what would make me believe you, Hassan Campbell? I'm gonna say this right now. I would apologize to you. Don't touch any of my markers. I would apologize to you. I don't care. I would apologize to you right now, dog. I would take down every video I ever made. Okay? The third installment, I won't even put that out. I will not even put that out. If you take your platform and direct your platform directly at Africa Bambaataa, who is, by your own words, still to this day, over in Brazil somewhere when he went on tour, fucking little boys, being nasty. You know where Bambaataa lives, dog. Take your voice, get in your car, put on one of your coats and your glasses, you know what I'm saying? Blow the big YouTuber horn and tell all your fans, yo, I'm a big YouTuber. Yo, blow that horn, that YouTuber horn, and have all you guys gather together and walk or drive to and march right in front of Bambaataa's front fucking door with a bullhorn and demand why this nigga raped you, why he's still doing it, demand with a bullhorn right outside Bambaataa's house. I demand to know why you molested me and why you're continuing to molest children to this day. I want to see you do that, Hassan Campbell, and I'll believe you. And not only will I believe you, I'll take down every video I ever made against you. I will apologize to you. I will say I'm sorry. And I will spend what up, Sasson? I will spend every fucking Every other 2 live streams that I do, I will do about you being the face of pedophilia and the strength for the men of our community, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. If you do that. What up, Snap? If you do that shit, I swear, dogs, or my kids, I'll do that shit, G. And I will start by being a man of my word and taking down everything that I've ever said about you and apologizing on a live stream. And I'll count how long I did it. So if I talked about you a total of 3.5 hours, if I add the videos together, what up, Posh? If I add all the videos together and I talked about your ass for, let's say, 3.5 hours, I will do a 3.5 hour live stream apologizing and saying how wonderful of a fucking person you are, this, that, and the third.